Good morning, students. Saira, welcome back once again. In the previous video, we have learned about the damage of tooth. So, how your teeth get damaged? Let's recap what we did in previous video. Children, in the last video, you have seen when food particles stuck between the teeth. On that, germs are grow. A tiny living things called germs start growing on that. Then these germs produce acid. And now you know acid are harmful substance. These acid damage your enamel part. This white portion is your enamel. These acid make a cavity in your tooth, and when these cavity is reached in the pulp area, now you know a area where blood vessels and nerves are found. So when these cavity reach in the pulp area, then your tooth start paining. So children, then we have learned the prevention method, how you can take care of your teeth. So children, our today's topic is microbes. Children, for today our topic is microbes. Children, do you know there are millions of tiny living things are around us? There are live in air, in water, in soil, but we can't see them. So, these teeny living things that are found all around us are too small to be seen by naked eyes. These type of teeny living things are called microbes. So, these microbes are also present on your body also right now, but you can't see them by naked eyes. Yes, so these teeny living things are called microbes. Some microbes are useful to us where some are harmful. Many of them cause diseases. Yes, many of them cause diseases. Diseases cause microbes are called germs. Children, for today our topic is microbes. Children, do you know there are millions of teeny living things are around us? There are live in air, in water, in soil, but we can't see them. So, these teeny living things that are found all around us are too small to be seen by naked eyes. These type of teeny living things are called microbes. So, these microbes are also present on your body also right now, but you can't see them by naked eyes. Yes, so these teeny living things are called microbes. Some microbes are useful to us where some are harmful. Many of them cause diseases. Yes, many of them cause diseases. Diseases cause microbes are called germs. You have seen many ads in TV that small germs are living on your hand. When you eat something, it goes into your body and cause diseases. So, same as many microbes are present in your surrounding. So, there are main 4 types of microbes. How many types of microbes are there? 4. So, first one is bacteria, fungi, protozoa, and virus. These are the 4 types of microbes. How many types of microbes are there? Very good. There are 4 type of microbes are there. Can you name them? Yes. Bacteria, fungi, protozoa, and virus. These are the types of microbe. Now we will learn one by one about them, and we will see how they are useful to us and how they cause diseases in our body. So first one is bacteria. Children, bacteria are found everywhere. Yes, these bacteria are found everywhere. Even right now, these bacteria are present in your books also, on your phone also, on your hand also. So these bacteria are found everywhere. They are most common living thing on the earth. They are different shapes and simple in structure. So they have rod like shape, spherical shape and spiral shapes. So some bacteria, like we have said right now, some microbes are useful to us, but some microbes are harmful to us. So how the bacteria are harmful? Bacteria cause diseases such as typhoids and food poisoning. When you have seen sometime when food is left out for the whole days, it become rotted. It from that smell is coming out. So because on that food bacteria are grown which rot the food, and if we eat that rotten food it causes us food poisoning. Bacteria also cause tooth decay. In the previous video we have seen when food particles stuck between the teeth, the bacteria, the germs grow on that and create a cavity, and this cavity when reach in a pulp area cause pain. So bacteria also cause tooth decay. Now let's see the structure of bacteria. Bacteria are of different shapes. Some are rod shape. Here you can see the picture. The first one rod shape. Then some bacteria are spherical in shape and some are spiral in shape. Then how a bacteria is useful to us or an animal or a plant? So bacteria help in the decay of dead plants and animals. So you have seen when animals dead or plant dead, they disappear after few days. How they disappear? The bacteria help in decaying the dead plants and animal. They are used in making food. Yes, bacteria also used in making food such as cheese, vinegar, yogurts. Some bacteria help in digestion of food. Yes, some bacteria also present in your body which help in the digestion of food. Then our next microbes is protozoa. Protozoa are tiny microbes that live in moist environment like ponds, soil and in the bodies of plant and animal. Some of them cause diseases like malaria. Yes, malaria is caused by the bacteria known as protozoa. And protozoa also useful. Yes, how it is useful? It play an important role in making available nutrition for plants and other soil organisms. Yes, they convert nutrients into a simple form so that plants and other soil organisms can use these nutrients for their growth. The next microbes is virus. Children, nowadays a word virus you heard many times in a day. So what is viruses? Viruses are tiny microbes. Tiny means here again very small living organism which can't be seen by naked eyes. They are the smallest of all microbes. Viruses can only survive if it is inside of a living thing. A living thing is known as a host. Means if virus enter in the body of a living thing, then only it can be survive. If it is present outside the body, it can't be survive. Then it is a non-living thing. When it enter in the body of any living thing, then only it can survive and known as living thing. When virus enters the body and cause illness, when these virus enters the body, then it causes illness. They cause diseases like common cold, influenza, which is known as flu, measles, and polio. So here you can see the picture of measles. A rashes is formed on the body of a child. So it is a measles disease, and here is the picture of polio. Then next microbe is fungi. So children, like other microbes can't be seen by the naked eyes, but fungi are the microbes which we can see by our naked eyes. So they are plant like and grow on the dead body and rotting material. So fungi is always grow on the dead and rotting material. They also grow on the plants. Here you can see in the picture, it is a picture of fungi which is grown on the plant. They cause skin problems such as ringworm and dandruff. Here you can see the picture of disease ringworm. So some fungi are also useful. Example, yeast is a fungus that is used in making bread. Yes, fungi also useful. It is used in making the bread. So yeast is a fungus that is used in making bread. Children, let's see how these microbes spread from one person to another. These microbes are spread from person to person through food and drink, and by sneezing and coughing. If any person is suffering from any microbes disease, if he sneeze or cough in front of any person, then these microbes spread through the sneezing and coughing from one person to another by direct contact, and these microbes is carried from one person to another person by mosquitoes or by flies. So children, how we can prevent diseases from spreading? So these are the steps by which we can follow and we can prevent diseases from spreading. So children, always wash your hand properly. Whenever you eat something, before that wash your hand properly. When you come in home from the outside, always wash your hand properly with the soap and water, so that if any microbes is present on your hand, so it can be washed away. Then you can cover your mouth when during coughing or sneezing to prevent microbes from spreading into the air. So when these microbes are present in the air, then it can transfer, it can spread into another person also. So children, our third prevention method is drink water that has been boiled. Then children, drink water that has been boiled, because boiling water kills microbes. Yes, when you drink a boiled water, it kills microbes. So always drink boiled water. So these are the points to prevent disease from spreading, and you should follow all these points in your daily life.